Tim, my brother. How you doing, buddy?
Good evening, all. Let me switch this back because I turned off the names to show something. And
I see it now.
well, he made it a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, we got little Tim present.
Tease Tim.
You've been on every show, Tim, right there. Can't have the show without you.
So we decided to do a little bit early salute the troops and talk about Veterans Day and some people that served. To start off, let me pop up this and go to that and share this.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. Let me share the right screen on Solo. Dang it. Hold on. My, why isn't this coming up? Let me redo it.
And
Sorry.
you didn't think you were missed, did you, Tim? I've
Let's
just
try
been
this
too
again.
busy for my own damn good.
All right. I'm just going to leave that there. So, talking about the people that have served in Star Trek, it started off with the creator. I know Gene Roddenberry served long enough to retire, I believe.
Yep.
And then he created Star Trek.
I was
So,
serving on the Los Angeles Police Department.
so we got Gene Roddenberry, James Ducan, Leonard
Doohan.
Nimoy, Doohan, sorry, DeForest Kelly, William Wynn,
William Wyndham, Commodore Decker.
Gene L. Kuhn, James Jeffrey, Elisha Cook Jr., Frank Gorshin, Paul Fix, Harold Livingston, and Matt Jeffries from the original cast.
And crew. And Matt, we wouldn't have a Jeffries tube if it wasn't for Matt Jeffries.
Yeah.
So those were from the original series. I'm wondering who from the newer shows has served, and I'm looking it up.
Well, Leonard Nimoy served. That wasn't on your list.
Yeah,
it
he was
was.
the third one.
Okay, good.
Skinny picture.
He was a lot skinnier than he was in Star Trek. So Deep Space Nine screenwriter and director Winrich Colby served in Vietnam. Trying to find others, but I'm sure there are. Oh, there's a Veterans and Memory Alpha. Nyota Uhura. Wait, where is it? No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, those are veterans in the series, not in real life.
Anybody else? And does anybody know any other veterans that served and also were part of Star Trek?
I'm trying to think of any, but I can't remember. The only ones I get repeated is off the original series. Well, we gotta salute those people who are veterans here, who have served within Starfleet. A couple come to mind. Steve Parnley is right now a serving member of the National Guard.
He was also in the Coast Guard.
Yeah, and he's a veteran of the Coast Guard. Dave Lowry, who's a new member of my crew, is a retired lieutenant colonel from the United States Air Force. Served in the communications branch. Drew here is a former Marine.
There are no former
No,
Marines.
there are no former Marines, Jeff.
Well, you know what I'm talking. A veteran Marine.
Yeah, Antonio. Yeah,
You're right. Once a
also
Marine, always a Marine.
Amen to that.
Yep. Can't hear you, Tim. Yep. We lost two giants in the entertainment industry today, or yesterday, whenever.
Whoa,
Gallagher, the
died?
comedian. Yeah, Gallagher, the creator of the Sledge-O-Matic. Hello,
Yep.
Donnie. And Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman. So,
Yeah, and the animated voice of Batman passed away today. We lost two.
and he did play Bruce Wayne in a live-action series a few years ago.
Didn't he? Conroy played the old Batman in the crossover series.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was the first and only time he got to play Batman as a live action.
mhm.
That's sad because that man was talented.
Yeah.
It's hard to find Star Trek specific, but I know there's at least 21. They had the 21 that served in as far as stars, Hollywood stars, including Adam Driver, Morgan Freeman, Tom Selleck, Tony Bennett, Rob Riggle, who is still serving.
No, he retired. He retired from the
finally
Marine Corps.
retired?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought he was in the.
He's in the
Retired.
Marine. He was. No, he's a Marine, but he retired as a light colonel about 2016. I was reading about him today.
Oh. Clint Eastwood, Robin Quivers, Ice-T, Mel Brooks, Chuck Norris, Gene Hackman, James Earl Jones, Sinbad, Sidney Poitier, Zule Hano. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Drew Carey, MC Hammer. What? Alan Adele, Oliver Stone, Robert Duvall, Sonny Anderson. And the list is a lot longer than that. It's just I'm having troubles finding it. But just like Jeff did, anybody Drew's stepdaughter is currently serving.
The United States Air Force.
And we have
Kavanaugh's, Mr. and Mrs. Kavanaugh. Mr. Kavanaugh is still serving. Mrs. Kavanaugh was a U.S. Navy corpsman.
My daughter served 4 years in the Marine Corps. Came out as a corporal. Tonight is one of the special nights for her. She gets to go out and get free dinners.
we also have a member of the United States Army on the crew. And
that's
Richard.
Yeah.
Richard Hoffman.
Any of your crew?
Sergeant Hoffman.
Wait a minute. Tim left and came back. Let's add him back in. Any of your crew vets, John?
No. No. No.
No.
We're all too young.
They're all too young.
Yeah.
Is England one of the countries that requires service?
No. You just they used to years ago called National Service years ago, but they stopped it because the kids weren't. And you have to go through medicals, and if you're not fit enough, you don't get in. I tried years ago when I wanted to join up. But I tried everything. I tried the British Army, Royal Navy, the Royal Air Force, en route to the West Point. So I wrote to the American Embassy, got a letter back saying, no, sorry, you're not a citizen.
Well, I'll work on my friend Dave, see if I can get him to join your chapter since he was in the red.
Facebook user, since it's not set.
What can I say?
Can you post your name so that we can credit you with your name? I'll post the link for the how you can fix that in the moment when I find it.
He and I served together. We and then bumped into each other in a flight simulator group. And once we hooked back up, we were like inseparable. Everybody was like, "Well, gee, you two act like you're brothers." It's like, well, yeah, we've seen some shit you people ain't never gonna survive.
There's some banners missing.
There's a lot of stuff missing.
Mm-hmm.
People have been cleaning out.
Let's see. I need to see the comments. Okay.
If you go to that link, you can, when you post a comment, your name will actually show up.
You'll know who you are.
But Buffalo Wild Wings, that sounds good right now. Thank you for your service, Ray. But it's one of those things of anytime that there's a time to thank people, get out and thank them. I know when I greeted at the door at Walmart, I used to thank people every day. Didn't matter what it was. And
yeah, I was walking through my Marine Veterans Act that made me talk to him.
yeah,
He opened it up. Thank you for your service. I'm like, hey. We both agreed. The people are worth serving for. The politicians aren't.
my grandfather served as it was called before the Coast Guard. It was called.
It's always been the Coast Guard.
No, it wasn't. It was a different name.
Coast
Up
Guard
to
is
about the
like
beginning of the year.
The auspice
It was a life-saving service. Of some sort.
It was something similar to National Guard, but it was I can't remember the name of it. But Grandpa served for a little while in that, while my grandmother was a Women's Auxiliary Marine, and he never considered himself in the military.
Okay.
And then a couple vets looked at him and said, "You served in that? Yeah, you were in the Coast Guard before it was called a Coast Guard."
The Reserve Cutter Service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm hearing a hit.
We just got to mute up mute.
Oh, wait, that's why.
But yeah. Basically, they both served, but not in an active time. So back then, you didn't consider yourself a vet, even though you might have served in a local unit.
You realize that the United States Coast Guard and the Auxiliary Maritime Service both were piloting those big bastards going into beaches called LSTs.
Yep.
They actually named them
Mhm.
something other than landing ship tank. Large, slow target.
Yeah, and can flip over very easily.
You could tell how brave the Navy was. They're like, we're not piloting those damn things. Give it to the Coast Guard.
My stepdad's dad piloted one of those ships.
Yeah.
LST.
Now let's see.
One of those ones that went to Emo.
He was one of the ones that landed on the beach in Normandy.
On the other side.
Yeah. And he told us he saw a bunch of them capsize right beside him. So,
You know what an LST is, right?
yeah, it's the ones that, yep, and
No.
They deliver the men and then pull back to go get more.
You're thinking of Higgins.
he was in the Higgins, not LST, sorry. The Higgins flipped.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, the Higgins a flip. I've been on a Higgins. I don't know why they use the damn thing. We still have those.
Yes, those are the newer ones.
No, that's an older one. That's World War II one. It's just yeah, dressed up because of
But that was the second rendition. They were all Higgins on the beach.
no, those are the ones that launched the Higgins.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
he was the pilot for the Higgins.
Well, let's see. I can count a lot of, well, I come from a military family, of course, but I did serve. My dad was Air Force. And before that, he was in the Army. And before that, he was a Marine. He started out as a Marine. Yeah, he jumped from one branch to another. The branch he jumped to when he
And
was
then
in
they
the
had
Army when they offered him to go into the Air Force.
that were just like a box.
Then that one.
Yeah. My brother actually served in the Marine Corps and then re-enlisted in the Army about 4 years after he got out.
A lot of Marines do that.
Well,
Mhm.
2 notches. That's the one
Right.
that if the wind hit 2 miles an hour, it was upside down.
That one was worse.
Then this box baby came out, and they were like, okay, no problem. It's much stabler. But they tried them on a lake. Then they put them in the ocean. Well, there's a current in the ocean,
Yeah, and they were flat bottom.
and they flip right over.
You know, I like John boats, the big square John boats. I don't like them on the ocean. And those were bigger John boats, basically.
Mhm. Well, my grandfather served in World War II aboard a, I don't know what type of ship you call it, class, but they were the ones that all delivered armor and supplies. They had the bow that opened up and a ramp came out.
Landing ship tanks.
Yeah. He served on one of those for many years during the war. I have an uncle who landed on Iwo Jima, was with them during the battle. Then my father came behind and started cleaning out the nests in, the hiding places.
Right.
So that was primary. People, soldiers had to actually go into those tunnels to tell the Japs to surrender, to get them to surrender, because the war was over, and they didn't believe that the war was over. So,
Tunnel rats.
yeah. And then I have one other uncle who was at the Battle of the Bulge. So he served in the Army. And then I want to mention this because we talk about Memorial Day when we talk about this, but my wife's uncle, or my father-in-law's brother, his name was Thomas James Lonergan, PFC in the Army, was killed in action in the Rhineland, Palatine district, what we know as that, during the Second World War. It's amazing. In the summer, he was a lifeguard at one of the local pools here in Rockford. Then he got drafted in August, came home for Christmas in December, went all over there, and by middle of March, he was killed in action. So you salute all our veterans, not just our veterans who survived, but they will tell you first the most important people are those who did not come home.
The heroes didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yes. And Thomas was one of those heroes.
There's a TikTok guy that's been doing history of war, and one of the things he does is he goes over and tells the story about the different Silver Star winners and Medal of Honor winners.
Yeah.
One thing he said, you will rarely see a Medal of Honor or Silver Star winner that lived past the time that they got it, because most of them got it posthumously.
Mm-hmm. And those that do get them, I notice they are one of the most humble group of people we know, because they'll say, if it wasn't for my brothers in combat, I wouldn't have gotten this award. And someone will say, I don't deserve this award.
Yeah.
In fact, their brothers would say, yes, he deserves it.
And there's some that, when you hear the story about how they received it, taking on an enemy force of 2,000 plus by themselves, so that the rest of the group can keep going.
Part of your job.
Well, look at the most decorated soldier in World War II.
Audie Murphy.
Was Audie Murphy, one of the great, so not just soldiers, but he was a very good actor. And he saved his platoon by getting up on that burning tank and using that machine gun. According to the movie, but in real life it did happen, but not exactly the way they depicted in the movie he depicts himself in. So, there's one. There are many that are like that.
Well, Audie Murphy was a good singer too. Just ask Rudolph. He gave us Rudolph. So there's a lot to be said.
And going back even further, I don't know if some of you can trace your genealogy back. I have a strange one. I have a grandparent, great grandparent, and a great great grandparent who fought against each other. One was a veteran of the 6th Mississippi Infant Cavalry, infant horse, cavalry. It was cavalry. Whereas that's not what they called it on the Union side. My great great grandfather, who actually my grandfather was named after, he was in Kentucky, the eastern part of Kentucky, and he served on their, I think it's the 16th Mounted Infantry. Fought in several skirmishes and battles in West Virginia and Kentucky, of course. So,
my family joined the Marine Corps. The first member of my family that joined the Marine Corps joined the day after it was created in Tun Tavern.
Wow. Well, I can go even. Well, I had another. It was a great great grandfather who died in a camp in North Carolina, right at the beginning of the war between the states. and
My mother's
his
like a fun one.
his best friend lost his wife, ended up marrying my great grandmother, and he was a captain in the Confederate Army. It was actually at Appomattox Courthouse. So, I mean, people could go back long ago.
How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, Mike. Good evening, sir. Another veteran of the Marine Corps.
Semper Fi, brother.
Mom got to meet Desmond Dawes
Oh,
because we're Seventh-day Adventists and we're all Pathfinders. After he came back from being the first conscientious objector and getting beat up because of his choices, he went out and basically proved to them that he didn't need a weapon and he would bring them back. And played the part of a corpsman or combat medic. And you've seen the movie, which didn't do justice to the story. But this man went on to serve teaching youth for the rest of his life.
No, I've never seen the movie, but I've read the history.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Huh? Hacksaw Ridge, yeah.
No, I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
But he left a job. He had one of those jobs that he couldn't actually be drafted because it was a required job. And he on his mind, he said, I have to go serve. Even though he was not a person that believed in killing at all, he went out and without even a pocket knife to serve. So that's one of those that is so rare that, you know, he came back, got his awards, and is one of the few that lived to an old age.
Tim is back.
Now can you all hear me?
I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on with the microphone on the webcam. I got to figure that out later.
Right.
In the settings on your
I'd have to look at it later. I was already messing with the settings and still not picking up that microphone for some reason.
I'm saying the settings within StreamYard.
I was even messing with all that though too before coming in.
Huh.
Tim already knows all this run around for this shit.
Okay. But like I
He
said,
learned from Russell himself. Weird.
I didn't make it in, but like you, Jeff, I spent 4 years doing JRTC, and just the people that I got to meet through that, and you know, we did the memorial services and doing all the different serving while we're in high school. It was interesting meeting people that had been in 35, 40 years as generals and just talking to them and learning from them. And my teacher, Lieutenant Colonel Brown, was a Army Ranger in Vietnam. And his father was part of the Army Air Corps rescue chopper group that did all the different big rescues that weren't screwed up by saying, let's let the Navy do it.
Yeah.
But the ones that crashed the smaller helicopter in so that the bigger helicopter could pick up people that were in hostage situations.
The Army situation is easy. The Navy corpsmen would call them.
It was like, okay, Air Force had a specific, we are the rescue helicopter people. And then, what was it, the president said, oh, I'm part of the Navy. The Navy can do the same thing. And they ran out of fuel on the way.
Right. And the Army said, we already got a shitload of these birds. Why don't we just paint crosses on them?
Exactly.
And then the Army said, no, we're not going to do that because they shoot at the damn red cross.
Yeah. Vietnam was not part of the Geneva Convention, so which is a shame.
Yeah, well, you know, To quote somebody that I really love watching his videos, the fat electrician, it's not a war crime the first time.
Hmm.
Vietnam was nothing but war crimes on both sides.
Mm.
And the worst of the crimes was a political one, and I'll leave that one alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna go there.
And what I saw in Lebanon, I'm not going there either.
Well, getting off of the Veterans Day just for a moment, are you ready for the launch of Artemis 1 on Monday?
I'm hoping it makes it because it just went through that hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the pad during the direct hit.
Yes.
So
I was listening to a little bit of a talk on a live feed that they have here on YouTube, and you should watch that if you get a chance. They were talking about the actual gusts at different levels, and apparently the gusts weren't as strong as people were thinking. It was not. One was like 69 miles per hour.
right,
That
it was
may not-
just under hurricane
Yeah.
strength, but
So-
69 miles per hour can topple a 7-story rocket.
Right. We got lucky that they were able
Well,
to
they
clamp
got
that
seven
baby
they
down.
They got 7 maintenance crews, from what I read earlier, that have been going over that thing with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that
As soon as the winds died down, they were out there.
and I'm right. I haven't looked it up. I know I heard about it, but is this the test flight for the moonshot?
Yeah, it is. What they're going to do is they're going to shoot that thing off. It's going to circle the Earth for a couple of times, and then it's going to do trans-lunar injection, where they'll go like 3 revolutions around the moon, and then they'll come back. Meanwhile, they'll be doing experiments. They'll have a mannequin on board, from what I understand, and doing automated systems check. Now, Artemis 2 will be a test flight as well, but it will be a manned test flight. It will go to the moon, it'll make revolutions around, and then it'll come back. It'll be Artemis 3 that will actually have the moon landing, because they have to send the moon landing ship ahead of it.
So 2 is going to be Apollo 10.
Yes.
For those of us that remember the Apollos.
It'll be just like Apollo 10.
Hopefully, it's Apollo 10 and not 18.
Or 13.
They had so many mess ups on those missions.
But think about it. These crazy things that we carry around here all the time, have 200 times the computing power of what landed us on the moon.
Way more than that. Way more than that. Because what's in these can run the space shuttle times 100.
That's true. So the flip phones had
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, our phones now have a ton more power than the moon landing computers. You wonder how they landed on the moon with it.
Mike, you were never young. Okay, we know this.
And pretty, I've never met a Marine that was pretty, except maybe the first day in boot camp.
That's not true. You put a Marine in his dress blue uniform, he's the hottest thing in the bar.
Right.
For a little bit.
No, it doesn't matter. The women will cling to that uniform because they know that one.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help that you go to a bus station and you see the Army
We're all man pretty, Jeff. Okay.
wall, and you see the Marines standing dignified. You know, it's a lot to say for that.
Hey, all I gotta say is the only thing that equals a male Marine in a dress blues is a female Navy in blacks.
You've never seen a female Marine in dress blues?
Oh, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they're in skirts. I'm talking about the pants.
Oh. My daughter bought, you know how much those things are? You remember, Mike, you remember how expensive your your breast blues were the first time you got them, they're pretty expensive. My daughter told me how much hers was. It blew me through the roof.
Slacks and blood stripes have been an option for Marines
Yeah.
since 1969.
Hey, all I can say is a 3 looks like a 10
I have to agree with you there, Mike.
Yeah. That's right.
when you're following.
Although they hated them. If you get a Submariner and that one had needed to put in the dress white, he hated them because
All I got to say is those hats suck to maintain. I did half a year with the Navy JRTC, and they handed me the white shirt and the white hat. I just looked at it and was like, "Oh, this is getting ruined tomorrow."
The Gilligan hat.
No, that hat.
Oh, how can you ruin
Yeah.
it?
The white.
It's a cover.
And we're in Florida.
So,
If it rains, it turns black.
no.
Hmm.
I was in Pensacola. The only place I really had a problem with mine was when they were getting ready to send us overseas. And they decided, okay, we're going to put everybody through a running race with the 101st, and they sent us to Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
We got in a little heated discussion with a few of the Army boys, and one of them knocked my cover off. That started the fight.
Mm-hmm.
That also cost me 6 days' pay, but I did win the fight. There was 3 of them and me. It was already a hands down.
Oh boy.
What?
3 of them and you.
Yes, you did, made it.
Sleep well.
Well, good night. Good night, Mike.
I'm trying to find the right channel to see who that is.
Well, maybe we should put up the instructions again about them being able to get their names put up in place of that.
Yeah. Where is it? There it is. If
Just
your
go to
name
that.
is showing up so that we can know who you are, just go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and your name will actually show up. What the- Sorry, I'm looking at something and oh Jesus, no. I already know what's going on there. I don't want to know anymore. The guy's making a rubber band loom.
Oh, jeez. On a toilet seat?
Yeah.
Go away.
Where else is this? That's cheap.
Looking for something special.
No, I was looking for the one to get his name. This one, and I don't know which channel he's on. Probably members only. But so, oh, it's Clinton
Mikhail?
Harris.
R.
But so you were on one of the little boats in the 80s, right? The little destroyers. Clinton. Anti-submarine warfare tech. The destroyers now are a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm. A lot more armament.
You can say if he was on a destroyer, or if he was on
In the 80s?
communication ship, or if it was.
Clinton, you're on the destroyer, right? And also, since we're having a little bit of downtime while we're waiting for answer, Prometheus is coming out again. Or I know, not Prometheus, Prodigy.
Yeah.
Lower Decks has got a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
As far as outside of Star Trek, the Ring series completed the first season, and
Walking Dead ends this weekend.
what was the other one that went along with the Ring series?
I don't know, but they're still up in the air about whether or not they're going to do Halo.
I thought they did a Halo movie.
We did a series, but then they stopped it. They were going to keep going, then they stopped.
Oh,
Walking Dead ends this weekend, though.
for good?
Yeah, it's the final episode is this weekend.
I thought they wrapped up when they killed off the main two characters.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they've been going. We're in the 11th season now.
Haven't you been at a high school when it gets out? Zombie apocalypse, man.
Trying to think what the name of that.
When I was in school, it was like the guys up to the third grade were the ones that had crossing guards. After that, you were on your own. You were smart enough to stop at the intersection.
Oh, Greg.
I see all the college boys sitting there with 4, 5, 6, 7 crossing guards on every. What up, Greg?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good.
How's life been treating you? Been a while since we've seen you.
Is it over yet?
Is which over?
The life or the
Pick anything.
Well, no, unfortunately.
All right. Some of these Star Trek The Original Series remakes are finally over. Thank God for that. Just waiting for them to accidentally kill the Kelvin timeline.
I know the Wheel of Time finished, but I thought there was another series on HBO. Well, I guess Avenue 5 is back. If you need a comedy version of Star Trek. Or a cruise ship, Next Generation.
Anybody remember when we were just explorers?
And the Orville went to HBO now?
Yep.
No, Disney Junior or Disney Plus. Disney Plus. They were on Hulu, but they switched over. Now I don't know if they're going to be doing a 4th season yet.
that's the closest Disney's going to get to Star Trek. So,
Well, look at what's going to Disney Plus next year.
Oh, wait.
Doctor Who.
Does that make the captain a Disney princess?
I don't know if it makes the captain one. Although Seth MacFarlane would play it to the hilt. He would make Klinger look like an amateur.
Halo has a full series, by the way.
Yes, I know. But you see that episode that they're sitting at? It stops there.
Yeah, that was the completion of that series.
But they left it up in the air.
Yeah, that's how they always do.
Get the game, I'll play it.
I thought you had the game.
I do have the game. That's why I said you get the game.
But let's see what else. Anybody playing any tabletop game? I just finished one of my Deanna is the princess of Star Trek. I thought that was number one.
All I know is I'm looking forward to Picard next year.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's going to be the final season, right?
I so hope somehow that lady that's the villain that they showed in the previews, it would be sweet to see that she is controlled by those little crab creatures that they in the first season.
Yeah.
Because that's the only other thing they never touched on either was that. Any more since then?
We can go across the pond now. There's a new doctor.
It's an old doctor.
Yeah, there's an old doctor.
And
Yeah.
I said the perfect doctor would be if they brought back a companion, bring back Amy Pond and make her a doctor. Oh man, Greg, sorry. If you come back, I'll pop you back in. But
Yeah, I had to look that one up. That the villain in Picard season 3 is Christopher Plummer's daughter. Be sweet if she was actually Klingon. I mean, be,
But I was just thinking, wouldn't that be an awesome twist to the Doctor Who fandom? You had the companion that was killed every episode with 2 doctors ago, right? It'd be one of those twists that a companion actually was a doctor and didn't realize it.
I think they're messing with it enough that everybody's second guessing what the heck's going on currently with the Doctor. So
Ah, that makes sense. But I was just sitting there going, hey, that would be an interesting way to go. Okay, who said something? Oh, who was it, John?
John Bice.
So he served in the U.S. Navy.
Yeah, he's been in charge of the academy.
Cool.
Not in charge of the academy, but the academy. Brigadier General John Bice.
Always loved hearing the Klingons spout Shakespeare. It's not truly Shakespeare unless it's in the original Klingon. So, has anybody been working on any props or anything like that?
Just paying bills and making sure they're paid in full.
Yeah, the paid in full part doesn't actually happen with me. Bill comes to my door and takes my check every week. But really, Moriarty's coming back. That's awesome.
in the newest
Yes.
preview,
Yes.
he's shown and somebody else is too.
And there's on Netflix. There's a new female Sherlock Holmes.
Enola?
Holmes.
Holmes, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I didn't realize what it was until I saw one of the.
It makes perfect
Preview.
casting though, because women are always know-it-alls anyway.
Right. Well, you know who plays Sherlock Holmes in that series, right?
Nope. Which series? We just had 3
The
different.
Enola Holmes.
Oh, okay. And no, I don't because I haven't watched it. And they have 2 series now.
Yeah, that's the they're on the second one. Yeah.
But no, who is it?
I'm trying to think of his name. His name just went blank.
I didn't know on the tip of your tongue until somebody asked you who it was.
Who it was, and it's easy answer because he played Superman.
Brandon
the Man
Routh.
of Steel. Huh?
Brandon
Christopher
Routh.
Reed? No, he's dead. Wait.
Not Christopher Reeve.
Brandon.
No.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay.
He plays Sherlock Holmes.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, he just ended that too, Clinton, The Witcher. He's not coming back to that series.
Really? Who's not coming back?
There's a series called The Witcher.
I know.
He plays
I was waiting for
the main. Yeah, Henry Cavill's not coming back next season.
And there goes all the ratings.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. But the ratings for Doctor Who will go through the roof because of David Tennant coming back. I'm wondering how he's going to get Catherine Tate's character back in the fold. Since if she remembers him, she's going to burn up.
Wait a minute. David Tennant's coming back to Doctor Who?
Yeah, guess what? He's the 14th Doctor.
Only for one season.
I thought he was like
Yeah,
the
just
12th
for one
Doctor.
season.
It's one
No,
season.
he was the 10th. He was the 10th Doctor.
How
Yeah,
can you,
but something happened and he regenerated, or should I say, she regenerated into David Tennant's Doctor. He says, I know these teeth, right?
Yeah.
And
But the weird thing, though,
his
is that
hand and his clothes.
during
His
the
clothes regenerated.
Yeah, that was the weird
That's
thing
the
about
strange-
that. So that's going to lead up to something because of it.
There's only been one time that his clothes regenerated, and that was the second Doctor. For some reason, he already had his costume on under the cloak that the first Doctor was wearing, and of course, the first Doctor was not wearing what the second Doctor was wearing. So it'll be coming back to Disney Plus here in the United States instead of BBC America. And apparently
really?
they got some say, and apparently they got some say so. Although it is going to be produced mainly by the British companies under the new producer. So
wait a
for
minute. Disney Plus bought out BBC?
No. They didn't buy out. No, they just switched it. It's like when the Orville switched from Fox to Hulu, and now Hulu to Disney Plus. Apparently, Disney Plus offered a good deal to have them air first run episodes on there.
Cool.
Mhm.
Go on.
But yep,
Going to Disney Plus.
Doctor Who.
Oh.
And Black Panthers came out.
yep. I heard that's going to be a hit.
And I haven't watched it, but anybody watch Andor?
No,
No,
Mm.
you should know. I wouldn't be watching it. So
Why not?
I don't watch that Junk Wars.
well, I've got a little problem. My birthday's on May 4th. Everybody's going, May the 4th be with you, and I'm going, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of Star Wars, and I think everybody should be to an extent, but it's the fandom part that I dislike, where we are up against them, and no, we shouldn't be up against them. It should be good times.
Oh, that's just scary.
What?
Yeah, I know.
There's a new Downton Abbey coming out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Peripherals is kind of interesting. Peripherals, Ring of Power. I watched that. There's another one. I can't think of the opposite one.
I got a ton of limits to what I watch. So
Well, these, no, you.
Anybody know what our fearless leader doing tonight?
Working.
Ah,
He has a double.
Yeah, he had to pull a double, so that's why the regular After Dark is going to be tomorrow.
okay.
That's what he said anyway, but I'm busy, Sean's busy, and everyone else that could do it is busy, so
We're doing it
I ain't
tonight.
got nothing
Are you
going on
licensing
right
it?
now.
he'll be running the show.
Well, Tim, you can run. You can.
I ain't running nothing. No, don't. Already got roped into being the XO of the Umiac. So, no.
One of the better ships in the fleet.
XO of the what?
XO of the
Umiak.
Umiac.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Ropkin.
Well, we had another promotion locally. Mike, the guy that's been helping Drew build the transporter room for Sci-Fi Bartow.
And with a lot of props like phaser rifles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's been promoted to XO of the Amelia Earhart.
So they had that.
Congratulations to him.
Yep. And well, let me see if I can. Do I have a picture?
Of what?
Hold on.
What are you looking for?
When is that? The next time you're going to have that? That
The what?
the thing that I participated in last year with you guys.
That's in February.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm available, I'll be glad to do the same thing. I just got to relearn everything.
February 18th.
I know that we're supposed to be having a different system by then, but
Doing 17th and the 18th, actually. They're doing the evening of the Friday.
I'm trying to find under notifications.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the party.
Which party?
Victoria's. What was that under? Star Trek Mystery.
Yep. Corey's Mystery Dinner. Victoria's, not Star Trek.
I'm trying to find a picture to show y'all.
Not one.
Yeah, but I don't know how to find it easily. I know I'm tagged, so I'll do it this way. But that's not what I'm looking for. We took a couple pictures, so I'm looking for one. If you watch the news show, it showed the transporter room with a couple of guests. Which picture? There it is. Here, now I can pull it up on the other screen. So this is one of the pictures of the transporter room that's going to be taken to Sci-Fi Bartow.
Who's the goof in the middle?
It's me.
But they basically had that and a bunch of other props, including the. I wonder if you can see it. Nope, Drew's right in front of it, and it's not lit up. But there's containment containers that light up, and he's got a set of pattern enhancers and a. Yeah, it's still dark. See the little silver things over there?
Mm-hmm.
They're little containment. They got like centipede type things in it with LED lights. So had those, a set of pattern enhancers. What was the other thing?
A antimatter injector core.
Yeah, he made a pattern injector core and also a specimen hazard cargo box. And then covered up all the couches and all with boxes.
Check the group page on your Facebook.
Oh, when did you get that?
Been busy.
I guess he's also got some new booth decorations as well.
Oh, neat.
So this year it'll have Sci-Fi Bartow will have a bar on the it'll have the Klingons, then it will be a bar, then it will be the transporter room, then the tent with all the chapters in one tent. So instead of being spread out like it was last year, since Drew's actually working with the group that puts on Sci-Fi Bartow and in October, the BartowCon, we got set up with a whole, like, almost a city block between us and the Klingon, the CAG group. So CAG is going to bring a bar, and Jess from our costuming department is going to be Ferengi, and one of the new members of Andromeda that we met from Southwest Florida SpaceCon last year. She's going to be a Vulcan, hopefully. And
This in red and black is what the
nobody's looking.
promoter is going to wear.
Jeff.
Is that 3D
Oh,
printed?
neat.
And
Like that.
in red is what all the staff is going to be wearing.
Okay.
So since it was Star Trek themed, we were looking for stuff to give to the volunteers to wear.
Mm-hmm.
So they will actually have like a crossing guard set up. From, the elementary school crossing guards, only it'll say Starfleet Academy. But we should have taken a picture of the truck.
Well, I just put it on my calendar, so I know that when it's coming up. And that
Tiffany
way,
asked where you got the tablecloth from.
I had it made.
Yeah, she's asking where
good
you got it.
evening, Starfleet. Happy Veterans Day to my brethren in the arms out there. Thank you, Chris.
Is that from Stacy's or is that from the other guy?
That's from Print Factory. I had the iron-ons made.
From the vinyl guy?
Yeah.
The same guy that made the patches, the vinyl patches that Steve made, that company actually made the iron-on patches to go on the tablecloth. So if you saw the two patches from the contest, that's the same company that made that.
Oh, well.
I think he's sending me another picture. What the? Yeah, that get. Oh, you're giving that. I meant for Sean's truck. There we go.
That one?
So Sean's so much of a Star Trek group. Oh, Jeff left. Sean's so much of a Star Trek fan that this is his truck that goes to all the different cons.
And he's going to get a wrap for his trailer of Galileo.
But as you see, he's got the NCC 1401 or 1701 on it, and he'll soon have the Galileo for the RV. But every event he does, which it went from Bartow, now he's in Mulberry and Kissimmee, and another one. I don't know what the other
He's
one is.
working on two on the far side of Orlando, and he's working on 3 in Tampa.
So basically, with that, because Drew's been helping him out, he's been invited to come to all the different locations and rep SFI.
Actually, SFI has been invited to come and volunteer and also be representation to Starfleet.
So basically, when we go to the Comic-Con in October, we basically will be serving as not only having a booth, but we'll actually be at the front inviting or talking to guests as they come in uniform and being part of the staff. So it's one of those occasions that I keep saying, if you have a chance to get to know the people running it, sometimes you can be part of the staff, and that gives you benefits to your advertising for your recruiting.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times it's always good to make friends everywhere you go just for that reason alone.
Well, Tim would know about all of that. He's a promoter. Not anymore?
I'm not a promoter. Never been a promoter.
No, I thought you promoted wrestling there for a while.
No, I'm gray enough as it is. I don't need any more.
Yeah, but isn't that how you make the money?
No.
No. That's how you make the ST. As Commander Starfleet, his number one job was promoting. And look at the number of meds. He went from 5 to 15, 20 in just a couple of years. So, yeah.
I didn't know Gallagher was that bad off.
The Air Force?
No.
I thought they were still the Army Air Corps in 1947.
47, they were the Army Air Force. The Army Air Force today. Listen to the Roswell News broadcast. That'll tell you. USAAF. U.S. Army Air Force.
But as Fran said, we have 4 more days of elections left.
Yes, get out and vote, vote, vote. Vote, vote, vote.
Vote!
If you are going to if you're going to an event, take pictures and video.
Yeah.
And get with
Can't see it, Tim.
I know. I just realized that. Hold on a second.
what did he hold up? get with Fran's post in the members only. No.
What did he say? What did he say? What I missed?
Drew.
Right in vote, Drew Sean.
So you don't want anybody running this place because neither one of us will take it.
Tim for BCS.
And you thought that he thought it went to in the handbag in previous runs before. It would definitely go that way if you put me there.
So Fran's got a post for the Corps of Engineers. They're looking for pictures and videos of your meetings, your cosplay groups. If you go to a recruiting event, if you have a party, if you're at a con, because they want to actually show different clubs doing different things. And Tiffany, here's the card. You got to turn it
I see it. Hold on. Bring it.
the other way. Forward.
Stop. No, you were good right there.
Hang on.
So the news service is looking for those pictures and all, so that we can show different chapters doing different stuff around the world.
I'll ask my group, and because I know we got some pictures taken at the 30th anniversary of Umiak, so I'll try to see if we can get if everybody's okay with me sending that in.
And
That should do it.
he actually,
See if I can get a clearer picture.
he's trying to send me a picture so I can pop up the card. Actually, that's pretty clear.
No, okay.
Here. This is the company that he got the iron on from. It's a local company, and like I said, they did the badges for
They did this shirt. I have one similar, except for mine says Drew.
the. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sharing a screen still. Here, they did this shirt.
Make yourself bigger first.
I am 350 pounds. I am not making myself any bigger.
Just don't pull it up and make it disappear.
Hold on, he's just gonna take a picture of it.
You could just already turn by now. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he took the picture. But let me share the screen again so that y'all can get the information. They actually do pretty good quality work. We've had a hat for almost a year and a half. The hats are faded. The vinyl iron-on still looks brand new.
The iron-on patches look like they're brand new.
So leave that up for 10 more seconds.
Yali and Jorge are pretty good. They're really nice people. They do the best they can. Sometimes it takes them a little longer because of what you're looking for. And they will help in any way they can make whatever you want there.
And like I said, that same symbol is on our hat, and it's lasted a year and a half. This shirt, all the vinyl looks brand new, and the shirt
Over a year.
is about a year old too. It's in chat already in the After Dark chat. But like I said, here's the thing. If y'all find something like this where the guy does quality work for you, share it with the other chapters.
Yes.
So basically, we've had hats, shirts. Now we've had the
That shirt, tablecloth.
tablecloth iron on, and the oh, I know where I can show it. Basically, the patch that's got that, which I think is right here. Nope, wrong patch. That and that patch
Same outfit that made those.
is the same people. There it is. There's the patches that got delivered. And those, I believe, are on the quartermaster. So that's all the same company. So we know that they're a good company, and they've done work for SFI as a whole as well, for being a small city, a small business. They have one store, I think. Two. Where's the other store? Oh,
They have 2 minutes.
wow! They expanded.
That's all our fault, but that's okay. Jorge says keep doing it.
So, like I said, now you got a place. But my big thing is if you're in a place like Canada where shipping costs between the U.S. and Canada, and you can find a quality vinyl place or a printing place, share that with the people in Canada, because guess what? That cuts the cost.
Yep.
If you're in the UK, find a place in the UK. If you're in Africa, wait, we do have a lot of clubs in Africa.
Africa, Australia, it doesn't matter where you are.
Or Australia, yeah.
If you find a source for quality goods that your chapters can use, share that information. It is gold.
And then our printer, which is part of our club, actually,
In our chapter.
our chapter, makes clings, which we got the same thing on our truck. Turn it a little bit down. There you go.
Turn it the other way around too. It's upside down.
So these are the Sci-Fi Bartow advertisements
And this one's part
that we turned into clings. Down a little bit. No, I'm forward. There you go. And the clings that are the same as my shirt have been on there for at least 8 months on my truck without fading.
Those are the first ones I got. Those are over a year.
Those are okay, over a year. So, like I said, find your printers. Find somebody that does vinyl iron-on, and it will save you a lot of money when you partner with them.
Yeah, because Stacy's done all of our printing. Even this.
Remember, we said we wanted to work with all the clubs locally, so we actually made banners for all the clubs. If they're not there, we represent all the local chapters. So people thought that we were joking when we said we recruit for SFI as a whole.
Nope.
We actually do, and the Andromeda Jessica got to see it when she was a representative of the Andromeda, and Mark was the representative of the Victorious, and then Mike came up for the Earhart representation, and we basically, all the clubs that were represented, we were recruiting for everybody. We didn't care. We basically said, hey, here's the club closest to you. Here's the club that might be best as far as interest goes. Because
that's how it should be, though. That is really how it should be.
Here's my newest acquisition.
Your hand is kind of not showing the ribs. He's got an Endarian ale bottle.
Romulan L-body.
Romulan arrow.
Beth and Connor.
Where'd you get that from, or did you print that?
That's
No,
not
I
printed.
got it online.
You bought that one? I thought you were making it.
I'm gonna make one, but
Oh,
that one was purchased.
he bought that
It was
online.
purchased for me. My wife bought it.
Sweet. But if you need that information and you aren't in our group chat, just send Drew a message and he'll
Yep.
give you a copy of the card, because it's nice to be able to take your vectored image of your club symbol and turn it into something that you can iron on a hat, or say you got a pocketed shirt that you want to just put the image on the pocket, or you can get it blown up like this one and have your name put on the front. You know,
Yeah, our printer even did the big poster of our Master Systems display.
the flashing ship picture was done by our print store as well. And it cost, I'm going to say, about half of what it cost at Office Depot, because somebody went and took one, and I think they got a quote of like $90 something for a 4-foot one.
I contacted them online. They told me.
So for the cost that we got the 8-foot one, it's half the cost of the 4-foot one to be printed.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, your local printers make amazing, and I know Stacy will ship it, but she can't discount the shipping
Yeah,
cost.
she can't control Uncle Sam's postal service.
So, but those are just things that in the last year and a half, talking to small businesses, you start building relationships, and it makes some amazing things. Hey, here's the newest acquisition, actually. The little board you see came from the dollar store.
And they're dry erase boards.
So we get Tim Jr. here with his Tascam board.
I know. I haven't printed his glasses yet. I've been a little busy.
But
Blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I thought you'd laugh when you saw the board, if nothing else, Tim.
Mhm.
But they went into Dollar Tree and saw those and went, those will be perfect for the show.
Yeah.
The only thing is they're a little bit shiny, so you have to turn it that way.
We'll find another.
But we
I need
just
to go
wanted
to Dollar
have,
Tree to get more index cards.
huh?
I need to go to Dollar Tree to get more index cards.
You need
There's
to just decorate your room with them now.
Uh-uh. But I need to get ready for whoever wins the election. So
See, what Tim really needs is a clear piece of plexiglass in front of him so he can just write it backwards on there and really screw
I've already thought about that too. So
Yeah, just hold up the clear plastic so nobody sees, and then just started writing it backwards.
So the last day to not vote is the 15th.
Tuesday.
What? It's 4 to 5 days after that, and they'll announce the official person.
It does not
Something like
matter.
that.
Of all the candidates, your choice is yours. It's a personal decision.
Yeah.
But get out there and vote.
So
They will be running this organization, and you need to, if you have homework to do, i.e., read what the websites say, do it. But vote. You got really good people looking to take the reins and try to do even better, but we need to back them. So
So when I got asked by a member of the crew, who are we voting for as a club? I told them, hey, we're friends with pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want to influence your vote. And I actually gave him the election sites that were set up so that the nominees or the candidates could actually answer the questions. And I said, I'd rather you go and actually look at what they're saying and make the decision yourself, because I don't want what I think about a candidate to influence your thing. And yes, Fran has been the how can I say this? What's the reporter from the female reporter that has been on the news for like 60 years?
Mhm.
Katie Couric. She's been the Katie Couric of SFI. She's been reminding everybody to vote. She's been getting people to send in information for the new news
We need
session. She's been the recruiter for the different
departments coming into
departments.
existence. She's been our everything, our go-to girl.
So Fran has been, even though she's no longer CS, she has been filling
Young, beautiful, and busy. That's
that
what Fran's been.
position and doing a lot. So when I pop in and Fran's in a meeting before I am, and in meetings that I'm not, and I can see her in the meeting, I can tell you this lady has been putting in probably 15 to 20 hours a week, making sure that everybody knows things going on in SFI. So she is still serving and definitely love to talk to Fran. So,
Also, be aware that the candidates aren't shy. If you shoot them a text message asking a question, they will answer it.
like I said, I can't. We have to keep it neutral. But yes, Jeff is one of the candidates at this point.
Wait a minute, when was he in there? I didn't see him when I voted.
Yeah, when Jeff hears shoot the candidates, he's always covering up. Like, not me, no.
I can tell you he was third on the list, I believe,
Yes.
because it's in alphabetical order, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
by first name.
Yep.
Because it was Mark, Mike, Jeff. Wait, no, that's wrong. It wasn't in alphabetical order.
No. It was in when you threw your hat in order.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Because TJ was the last on that. So, like I said, we know pretty much all of them, and I would rather people look at what they're saying and make up their own mind. So, I have linked all the different Facebook pages.
We
And
have to meet the candidates.
Yeah.
They're all on YouTube. Go for them. We've got tons of information out there. Take advantage of it.
They even have virtual tables at the virtual IC too.
Yeah.
That's true. It is.
Yep.
I still think John should have ran because you know he never sleeps, so he's available 24/7. So
Actually, John was a candidate for about 3
30
hours
seconds. Yeah.
for PCS.
John's not old enough.
He can't smile. He's eating something,
Yep.
which he's enjoying, and I'm trying to figure out what he's eating.
Obviously, something edible.
Yeah. That cauliflower?
Tomato.
Ah. But
trying to eat healthy, even in my snacks.
In 3 years, Tim will be running for CS.
No, I won't.
And even if he's not, we should all vote for him
Write him
anyway.
in. Hold on. What region's Tim in?
13.
Lost.
Yeah, Region 21.
Reverse that, will you please?
22.
I already have it.
Tim for RC.
Yeah, you don't want that either.
Oh, now I definitely did a. Oh, Tim, you're gonna get a new job whether you want it or not. You can hate me later, brother. That's fine.
Uh huh.
But I did want to have a little bit earlier so that people that had to go to bed could thank the.
Go to bed?
Well,
Jeff's gonna be the only one I think here that's going to get this comment. If you elect me for anything, it's going to make McGinnis look good.
what? You broke
I
up.
said, if you elect me for anything, you're going to make McGinnis look good.
Well, then we need to look good.
Well, you're near where he lives. So.
I don't think he lives here no more. I thought he
No, I
moved.
don't think he does, but he used to live in Belleville, so.
Wow. Jeff's putting out where you live.
I'm not in Belleville, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you're close enough that.
Well, the UMIAC gives it away, guy.
they're all
Oh, yeah.
over it.
All you have to do is go to the local Y. You can find out your wrestling schedule.
Yeah. But aren't
Oh, no,
you,
I've still
aren't
been-
you, aren't you
Go ahead.
on, aren't you on sort of what do they call that when
Sabbatical?
you're not wrestling? Yeah. Aren't you in a
Yeah,
sabbatical?
I'm a sabbatical on a lot of stuff, so I've been stuck at home since October 20th.
You
Was
need
in the
to
car
take that magnet out of your car.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yes, it is. Yes, Fran, it is Friday night. Time to party.
Just a little zappy zappy.
Party,
Hey.
party.
You'll notice that a lot of people will like one person, Daryl, on my friends list will comment on the target that's on my thing, which he makes fun of, which is the Star Trek stickers that I got.
But I got Star Trek stickers and they stay away from it. Oh wait, it might be that hitch on the back of it. They don't want to hit that hitch
That's what I need to friggin' do then, other than to get a hitch on it.
because
Yeah, I put three decals on my window. One's already fallen off. The other one's coming up, but the Starfleet one is still hanging on. It's
I'll
the
tell
only
you
one
what.
that looks good.
So I put on the fishing one before I put on the Star Trek one.
Yeah.
And the fishing one's gone. The state gave me the little sticker for the decal for the fishing thing. That one's already gone less than a year. But the clings last forever, it seems.
Oh well.
In my case, it's credit card.
Yeah. So, like I said, that big 18-inch cling, or no, that one's not 18. We found out that was too big. 10-inch cling on the back of the
Trucks.
trucks look almost brand new, and they've been there for a year.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sean, but I get people following me, and when I pull over, they're kind of like, "Hey, what is that supposed to be?" And it literally draws people's attention.
Yeah. But I have people know my truck when they don't know who it is, and they go, "Oh, you got the truck that's got the Star Trek thing on it." just for the little image of the ship. Because it's not exactly
What's on the back of his
canon.
shirt? What? The summer class? Yeah.
No, the patches. They don't.
Well,
Except for Enterprise was the only one that showed patches.
That's true.
Enterprise showed patches, and after that, it was like,
It is fun.
yeah, we never use patch again.
Yeah, and it's funny in TOS, every ship had their own particular insignia on the shirt.
Right, and it was the comm badge.
No, it wasn't a com badge. It was literally just an
Oh,
embroidery.
yeah, it was a patch. So yeah.
And every ship had their own.
Yep. And then with Next Generation, it all turned to comm badges,
Mm-hmm.
and they got rid of the individuality.
And all of them were a modification of the Enterprise because Enterprise became the flagship.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Well, before Next Gen, actually, you had the pins on the Monster Maroons.
Yeah, but they weren't comm badges until later.
Yeah,
They showed them to be comm badges in Tomorrow is Yesterday.
but
Yeah.
I was making to the point that it wasn't becoming the standard until actually the patches in motion picture was when it became the standard for all of Starfleet
Right.
to have the same thing.
After the 5-year mission.
but I gotta say, you want to impress a lot of the Star Wars fans that are in the 501st. Have one of our chapter logos on the back of your vehicle.
Yes.
Because when the 501st sees that, it's like, dang, that's nice.
Where'd you get it?
And then you find out that half of the 501st are Star Trek fans. The other half are the children.
And well, at Sci-Fi Bartow, they usually end up putting us together or close.
Well, in truth, 501st has two clubs. They have an adult club and they have a child's club.
But
But you never know that they're the child's club because they're normally the little Wookiee children.
they Ewok. We've had
There's some
I don't
tall Ewoks then.
I don't know how many times I've had one of those stormtroopers point a blaster at me and pull the trigger, and someone beside me or behind me grab their chest and say, "Learn to aim." We have fun. We are at Sci-Fi Bartow. I have invited since February of this year. In February 18th, we're going to have Sci-Fi Bartow again. Please come. Star Trek will be the theme, and SFI can have a great opportunity to get out, recruit, have some fun, laugh. They got good food. We're going to have some different tents, have a full car show. They're bringing a Stargate,
Well,
so
that's
you
right.
know.
Yeah, there's another group of fans that actually built a Stargate in their house, and
They're the
bringing
same
that
ones
Stargate.
that built the Cylon Raider.
Really?
Yeah, I know, because I talked to them.
Huh.
It's just another group that I've been led into by Sean.
But you think it's a small town, and then you look at what type of sci-fi stuff comes out of at that place. It's pretty impressive. Because 501st last year did a whole bar theme.
Yeah.
So they've got the center of the bar already built that they put up.
Oh, God, we're boring poor John to death.
So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. And what I'm thinking is, I know that Steve's going to do the show
Tomorrow.
hopefully tomorrow, but I'm thinking we'll do a special Thanksgiving pre-show. So Wednesday I'm off because the overnights are off the night before Thanksgiving. So I figured we can do a Thanksgiving pre-show on that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I believe it's the 23rd of November. And
No, I'm trying to look that up the other day too.
because I know a lot of people are going to be out of town for Thanksgiving. and I was invited to come to a bonfire that night by my dungeon master's family.
Some German named Bond is going to start a fire.
Oh yeah, or I'm going to start the fire. So
He's still my heart.
again, for all those that serve and all those that are still serving,
Tase
thank
him.
you. From all of us, John from across the pond, Drew, Sean, Jeff, and Tim, live long and prosper. Where's that? I don't know. I can't find
Waiting
it.
for you, John.
I've